Hey guys, welcome back to another Sunday haul. And if you're new here, I always say these are not your typical haul video. This is not going to be me just holding up products and showing you what I got. I actually turn the camera around and focus on the products themselves and do tons of swatches and give you the most information possible and a really close-up look. And also make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video because I'll share some mini reviews on products that I did get a chance to try out during the week. So let's go ahead and jump back in time to Monday, and we'll see what I got this week, and then I'll meet you back here at the end with my final thoughts. Hey guys, it's Monday afternoon. I just got 2 packages in the mail, one from Milani. They have some new holiday kits, and also I got a box from Moira, which I am so excited about because they have brand new eyeshadows that are in this box right here, and also some new eye crayons, glitter liners. It all looks amazing, so let's head upstairs, check them out a little closer, and do some swatches. Okay, so we have to start with Moira because I'm just so excited for these. I saw them on Instagram and they look so beautiful. So let's open up this box. Ta-da! Look at how beautiful these colors look. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This color, look at that. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun swatching these. So why don't we go ahead and get to it? First, let's just take a quick look at the packaging up close. They come in these little jars, and then when you open up the cap, there's a little stopper in here. So if I'm not mistaken, these look like a dupe for the Hourglass Scattered Light eyeshadows. So let's compare these two really quick. The Hourglass also come with a little stopper inside, and when you take the stopper out, it's basically almost like a loose eyeshadow that's been pressed into place. And the Hourglass looks exactly the same. They kind of have a little bit of micro glitter in the formula, and Flower Beauty also made a similar product, but they had way less colors than Moira seems to have. So just to try to give you a feel for the product, if you swirl your finger around, it's not going to pick up like a loose shadow. They are technically pressed, but not quite as firmly as an eyeshadow that's in a pan. So anyway, let's go ahead and we'll swatch all of these live and see what the colors look like. So the first shade is Glacé, and this one is a shiny copper with a little bit of gold reflect. Shade number 2 is Stay Golden, and this shade is a warm rusty brown. Then we have shade number 3, which is Literally, and this color is an icy champagne shade. Shade number 4 is Showtime, and this one is a sparkly rose gold. Shade number 5 is Muse, and this one is a taupey brown. Shade 6 is Fantasy, and this one is a rusty red. Shade 7 is OMG, and this one is a stunning duochrome with a green gold flip. Shade number 8 is a Vibe, and this shade is a shiny yellow gold. Shade number 9 is Shook, and this one is a bright shimmery turquoise. So these are shades 1 through 9. I'm gonna wash off my arm and do 10 through 18. Moving on, shade 10 is Extra, and this one is a beautiful jewel-toned purple. Shade 11 is Bang, and this one is kind of like a fuchsia pink. Shade 12 is Checkmate. This is the one that I showed in the beginning of the video. And this one is a shimmering pale pink. Shade 13 is Just Right. And this one is a deep turquoise with a brown flip. Shade 14 is TFTI. And this one is like a stunning cornflower blue. Shade 15 is Holy Moly. And it's a deep blue shimmer. Shade 16 is Low Key. And this shade is a deep gunmetal gray. It's almost black, but not quite. Shade 17 is Eureka, and I just want to quickly mention, because there's been a few like this that sort of look cracked and like they're not quite pressed anymore. That's what you use this little thing for. Just go ahead and press it down, kind of twist it a few times, and then it'll repress the shadow and it'll be flat again. So Eureka is a beautiful shiny silver. And then last but not least, shade 18 is Quartz. And this one is an icy white shade. So there are shades 10 through 18. These look so beautiful. I really can't wait to try them on my eyes. I'll let you guys know at the end of the video how they end up working out, but I definitely have very high hopes for these. Next up, just in time for holiday, they released some glitter eyeliners. On the packaging, it says that these have a fine brush tip, that they're long-lasting, 100% vegan, and they're free of parabens, sulfates, and phthalates. So let's go ahead and check out some swatches. Okay, so shade number 1 is Sugar Bomb. This is like a really pretty copper. Shade number 2 is After Dark. This is like a deep gunmetal gray. Shade number 3 is So Glitter. And this one is like a brighter gold than the first one, more of a yellow gold. Shade number 4 is Show Off, and this one is a rose gold. Ooh, this one is beautiful. Shade 5 is Pink Aurora. Ooh, this one's like kind of a holographic or iridescent shade. It looks like this in the tube. I'm just going to pick up a little bit more. There we go. I didn't have that much on the brush. So this one kind of has like chunky glitter pieces in it, but it's beautiful. Shade 6 is Crystal Star. This one also is like a multi-chrome. It's very iridescent. Shade 7 is Super Sparkle. This one is a silver. And then shade 8 is Silver Charm, which is slightly different silver than the last one. The first one, number 7, had a little bit more color in it. It has like colored glitters, and this one is just more straight silver. So here's just a closer look at 1 through 8. I don't normally wear glitter eyeliners, but these are so beautiful. They're making me want to try them. So I'll definitely let you guys know at the end what my thoughts are. Next up, we have the At a Glance Shadow Sticks. So it looks like there are 16 shades. Some are matte, some are shimmer. And on the side here, it says that they're water resistant, long lasting, a creamy formula, and crease proof. So I'm going to open all of these up and we'll do some swatches. Okay, so shade number 1 is Dazzling. And this one is definitely a shimmer finish. Shade 2 is Warm Vanilla. And I forgot to mention that on the packaging, these say that you can use them as primers as well. So I think especially the matte shades would be great for that. I love my Sigma eyeshadow primer in a stick form just like this. So I think that would be awesome. Shade number 3 is Caramel. And this one is a shimmer finish as well, although it's not quite as sparkly as the first one. And then shade 4 is Natural Beige. Shade 5 is Cashmere Rose. Oh, I love this one. This is so beautiful. Shade 6 is Sparkling Pink. This is another kind of more glittery one, similar to the first shade. Okay, shade number 7 is Rose Beige. Shade number 8 is Taupe. This shade seems a little bit warmer than like your typical taupe. I always think of taupe as kind of a grayish brown. This one's a little bit of a warmer brown. Shade number 9 is another shimmery finish. This one is called Cocoa Days. And it's a really pretty shimmery brown. Then we have shade 10, which is Copper. And this one also has a shimmer finish. Shade number 11 is Cinnamon. This is a really pretty, almost like a terracotta shade. Shade 12 is Satin Plum. This is actually a very deep plum. Shade 13 is Black. This is a matte black. Shade 14 is White. So this is just a matte white shade. And white is great for layering underneath eyeshadows and really making the color pop a bit more. So that's going to be a really versatile one as well. And then shade 15 is a Pearl White. So this one is not as sparkly as shade number 1 down here, which was like really glittery. And then 16 is Nude Beige. This one looks just like my Sigma eye primer in the Ignite shade. So I'm really excited to try this one and see how it compares. So anyway, there are shades 1 through 16. I love the look of these and I love that they're versatile and you can use them as eyeshadows or as an eyeshadow base or even to highlight. I would say my only criticism is with the packaging because on the ends here you have the shade name and a little bit of the color, but it doesn't show which ones are shimmery and which ones are matte. So I think if I go into the drawer to pull one of these out, it's going to be hard to tell which is which. On the boxes, it actually showed a matte finish versus shimmer. So I kind of wish they did that on the actual packaging itself, but it's kind of a minor thing. I feel like the way I can probably tell is just by the names because you have things like Sparkling Pink or Dazzling, which kind of lets you know that it has some shimmer in it, but it's just one quick thing that I wanted to mention. And then the last thing they sent over are their Line and Define lip liner pencils. So when I first saw these, I thought they sent these to me a couple weeks ago, but actually these are completely different shades. These actually look like neutral lip liners. A few weeks back, if you remember, in a Sunday haul, they sent me all of these reds and pinks. So if you'd like to see those, I will definitely link that video either up above here or down in the description box. So let's go ahead and swatch all these neutral colors. I'm just going to go ahead and take the plastic plastic off and I will be right back. Okay, here we go. So shade 1 is Rose Beige. Shade 2 is Natural Sand. And then shade 3 is Spiced Cider. Shade 4 is Warm Toast. And these are so creamy, by the way, you guys. Shade 5 is Cinnamon. And then for shade 6, we have Burnt Umber. Shade 7 is Rum Raisin. Shade number 8 is Chocolate. And then shade 9 is Brownstone. Shade 10 is Mocha. Shade 11 is Very Brown. And then shade 12 is Cocoa. So there we have shades 1 through 12. So that's everything that I got from Moira. Don't forget, I do have a 15% off code for Moira. It's Jen15, so you can use that on anything on their website. They also do ship internationally. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on all these products and whether or not you're planning to pick anything up. All right, so next let's check out what Milani sent over. It looks like a holiday collection. Yeah, so we have 2 different kits. These are $14.97 each. They're a $23.91 value, and they're available at Walmart. So they have 2 new palettes, 1 in each set, and then also a different shade of the Soft Focus Glow and a lipstick. So let's go ahead and open these up and we'll take a quick look. All right, so let's take a look at the first kit, and here's the eyeshadow palette. This is a really, really pretty color story with the purples and then this gold. I keep hoping Milani has changed their eyeshadow formula, but I'm not sure on that, so we're gonna swatch it and find out. This one's called What Do We Think? Okay, so I think I like this even better swatched. I know I feel like I keep saying that, but I really do. I think it just kind of comes alive when you see it swatched out. And these shimmer shades swatch beautifully. It was just one swipe, done. They were so smooth and no fallout. These 2 mattes on the end as well feel ultra silky, and that's the one thing that I'm not as big a fan of with Milani's new formula. I don't really have an issue with their shimmer shades, but the mattes are very silky, very blendable, and they're easy to work with at first, but I find that I have to keep packing them on because they sort of blend away. They're almost too blendable and they just don't stick to my eyelids, and I find that they fade really fast. But I keep trying them with different primers, hoping that maybe one of them will actually work. So fingers crossed, because I love this color story. This is so pretty. Also in this kit is their Soft Focus Glow Complexion Enhancer, and this is very, very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is the Golden Glow for light to medium skin, and it has a pump, which I like better than the Charlotte Tilbury or the e.l.f. Halo Glow. It just is a way easier and cleaner to use. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my hand, and you can see kind of what it looks like. So I had the lighter version of this when I had this originally. I ended up tossing it because mine was a few years old, but the lighter one is kind of like a champagne color. It's beautiful. This one's a little bit more golden, but as you can see, when you apply it to the skin, it just gives like this really beautiful subtle glow. I think it's a little bit more subtle than the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. That one's more sparkly, and I actually like that this one is just really subtle. It almost gives like a pearly effect to the skin rather than shimmery. And then the color statement lipstick that comes with this set is in the shade Garnet. So I guess I'm just gonna put this here and we can see what it looks like next to the eyeshadow palette. All right, so there's that kit. Okay, and then the second kit has a palette called Money Saving Bestie, which is beautiful greens, kind of coppery brown, and then gold. So let's go ahead and swatch this one, see what it looks like. Okay, wow, so this palette is really, really pretty swatched out as well. I'm hoping I can find a primer that will work for these because I really, really want to wear them. And then the Soft Focus Glow for this one is in the shade Bronze Glow, which is for medium to deep skin tones. But I guess if you're my skin tone, you could probably use this one just like to bronze up your face as well. So let's see what it looks like. I mean, it's honestly not that deep. All right, so here's what that looks like all blended out. I mean, honestly, these don't give a lot of color. I feel like they give a little bit more sheen than anything. So even if you're my skin tone, I think you could still wear this one pretty easily. And then the lipstick for this collection is Tuscan Toast. So there's that collection. So what do you guys think of these? I wasn't like initially jumping up and down when I first saw them, but these palettes are really stunning, and I'm glad to have these back again because like I said, I really enjoyed this formula a lot, even more than the Charlotte Tilbury one. As far as the lipsticks go, I don't really wear red lipsticks very often, but I'm almost looking at these being like a freebie in this collection because the whole collection's $15, but it's worth $24. So there's a savings there anyway, but I'd love to hear what you guys think of this collection down in the comments below. Good morning, guys. It's Wednesday. I just figured I'd head into Target. I just dropped my son off at school and we'll see if they have the new ColourPop collection. So let's check it out. All right, guys, I'm back. So let me show you what I got. As you probably saw, there are a lot of holiday sets at Target right now. I wasn't able to find a full ColourPop display. Unfortunately, they just had the things on like this little end cap. They didn't have all of the palettes. They only had 2 of them. So I was a little bit bummed about that, but I got Send Nudes and Vibe Check. And then I also got some of the Super Shock shadows. They have some duos like this one. And then they also have some singles like this purple that look really pretty. So I got that one. And then here was another duo. And then I also got a duo of the Just a Tint lip crayons. And one of them is my favorite shade, Gimme S'more. And I haven't tried Cherry Pickin', so I figured I would check those out too. And then other than ColourPop, I got one of the Tree Hut scrubs, the holiday version. So I got the Frosted Sugar Cookie one. They had like a candy cane one, which is probably kind of minty. And then they also had another one that I think is kind of smells like pine trees. So this one sounded really good. And these Tree Hut scrubs are just so amazing. They're really like a high-end formula at an affordable price. What else did I get? Anything? Oh yeah, I just got another lighter for my candles because the one that I have upstairs in my makeup room to light the candle behind me is almost dead. So that's all I got. I know a lot of you guys always mention the reusable bags when you see Target bags in my videos, and actually here in Connecticut, they no longer give out plastic bags at stores at all, so you have to bring reusable bags with you, and Target is really good about giving them out. Some stores charge for them, some don't. Our Target just gives these out for free, which is really nice. So anyway, guys, let's bring these upstairs and we'll do some swatches of the new ColourPop stuff. All right, guys, quick change in plans. I was just on my way upstairs with the stuff from Target and I saw these boxes sitting outside my front door. So I went to see what they were, and you're not going to believe it. This is the entire Target collection from ColourPop. So we'll take a look at that, but I'm probably going to have to just return the stuff that I just bought. Thankfully, I hadn't opened it yet. I also got a package from Oden's Eye, and this is their new Christmas collection, the 2 palettes. I ordered these on launch day and they took a really long time to get here, but they're finally here. So, all right, we have a lot of swatching to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get to it. All right, so I think I want to check out the Oden's Eye stuff first. So let's see what's in here. Look at how cute these are. These look like little keychains or something, or are they ornaments? I think they're keychains. I don't know, but whatever these are, they're really cute. Look at that. It's like a little snow globe. That is adorable. And then we have the palettes. I'm so excited for these. I can't wait to see them in person. I've been looking at them online and they just looked gorgeous. So we have the Christmas Eve palette, and just the packaging alone is so nice. And then this one is the Merry Christmas palette. So let's look inside. Oh my gosh, so pretty. All right, so this one definitely has those Christmas colors in it. Sorry, let me just move this out of the way. You have the red, the green. This snowman shade looks like a duochrome. That looks so pretty. And then if I'm not mistaken, the Christmas Eve palette was more cool toned. Yep, okay, so this one has some blue, silver, taupey browns, some purples. This one is really pretty. I feel like this one's probably my favorite. We'll see what I think after we swatch them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, guys, so what do you think? I love this. I feel like there are so many possibilities in this palette. It's so versatile. There's just so much to play with, so many different possible color combinations. And one shade in particular really surprised me. It was this one right here. So in the pan, let me just show you guys quickly. In the pan, it looked just like a regular purple. And then when I went to swatch it, it kind of turned lighter. You can see like how the middle where I touched is a lighter color. And oh my gosh, this, let me just live swatch it for you so you can see. It's like a multi-chrome. Look at that. It's like the most stunning color. I was not expecting that. In the pan, it just looked like a regular old purple, but it's amazing. I'm so excited about this one. So let's go ahead now and swatch the Merry Christmas palette. Okay, so I think I like this one even better now that I see it swatched out, and there are a couple of those really special shades, which I'll swatch live for you in just a second so you can see, but I mean, these are so pretty. There's so many greens in this palette. Like if you cover up this half, and I love green eyeshadow, so I'm gonna get a lot of use out of those. And then down this end of the palette, you have this pink with like the blue flip to it, which is so beautiful. And this gold is almost like gold leaf. It is so shiny. So let me quickly show you those interesting shades. The first one is this right here called Elf Wish. As soon as I touched it, I was like, oh yeah, this is one of those really cool ones. So look at that, it's so neat. All right, so look at how smooth that is. It's not chunky or glittery, and it just has like a multi-chrome effect. Also, this one, Snowman, is really beautiful too. So I want to show you this one. Again, it has that same kind of multi-dimensional quality to it. I don't think this one is a multi-chrome. It looks like just a duochrome, but it's also really, really beautiful. And I also want to show you this pink one swatched because this one is another duochrome. So yeah. I just wanted to give you guys a closer look at these three colors because they're so special and interesting. So anyway, what do you guys think of these two palettes? Which one is your favorite? I hope I have time to play with them this week, but if not, maybe I could do a video and do a look with each one. So if you guys would like to see that, let me know down below. The more requests I get for it, the more likely I'll be to go ahead and do it. So let me know down below. All right, guys, so before we open up the ColourPop stuff and the Oden's Eye, I just want to quickly check out this Frosted Sugar Cookie Scrub. I'm so curious to see what it smells like, so let's see. Oh, this, oh my gosh, you guys. All right, so I was expecting something similar to like a Bath & Body Works Warm Vanilla Sugar. This is definitely not that. It's more of a sugary scent than anything. It doesn't have that heavy vanilla note. It's really light, almost like a milder version of Aqualina's Pink Sugar. This smells amazing. Like I'm definitely using this later. And you can see inside, or I don't know if you can see it on camera, it has these tiny little flecks of red and green, almost like little sprinkles. So I think that's a really cute touch. And if you've never tried a Tree Hut scrub before, these are just, like I said before, the most high-end feeling scrubs. You know how some of them are just very stiff and the oil kind of separates out from the scrub and then you're left with something that's really hard and scratchy. These are just so soft, almost like a slushie. And when you put them on, you don't have these grains that are just kind of falling off everywhere. They stay put, they really stick to your skin nicely, and the grains are coarse enough to give you a really good scrub. So these are awesome, and you can find them at Target, Ulta, Walmart. They sell them a lot of places, and they're super affordable. And I just washed it off, so look at the difference between this hand that I put it on and this one. You can see this one has like a rougher texture. It has kind of like flaky skin up here, and this one just looks smooth as glass, like baby smooth. So these are amazing. All right, let me grab the other stuff and we'll check those out next. Okay, so next let's take a look at the Target ColourPop collection. So here it says everything is under $18, and we have palettes, lip kits, Super Shock shadows. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of unwrap everything and then we'll do some swatches. Okay, so now that I unwrapped everything, I noticed that they actually didn't send me everything, and these two palettes that they did send are not the two palettes that I bought in store. So that actually works out really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the stuff that I just bought and we'll see if there's any duplicates. Okay, so the two palettes that I just bought are different, so that's perfect. And then the two Super Shock duos that I bought, I actually did get from them. So these are a duplicate. But the single Super Shock shadow I got is not one of the singles they sent me. And also the lip kit is two different colors than the one that they sent me. So this actually works out perfectly. Here I was thinking that I bought a bunch of doubles, but I actually didn't, only these two. So, all right, let's go ahead and open everything up and we'll do some swatches. Okay, so let's start with the palettes. And the first one is Truly Iconic. This one might be my favorite so far because I just love the cool tones, the grays and purple. Okay, so in this palette we have 4 shimmer shades and 5 mattes. 2 of the mattes, this one and this one, are both mattes with micro glitters and the others are just regular matte shades. And then the next palette is Muse Moment. And this palette has 3 shimmers right here in the middle and then 6 mattes, 2 of which, the peach one and the mint one, have the little micro glitters and the others are your standard mattes. This shade right here, Unicorn, in the middle is like a gold with a mint green flip. It's a beautiful duochrome, so I really like that one. Next up we have the purple palette. This one is called Vibe Check. And this one has 4 shimmer shades, 5 mattes. None of the mattes have the little micro glitters. And this one is really pretty. I love the combo of like pink and purple with gray. I just love that. It's so beautiful. So there's that one. And then the last one is Send Nudes, and this one is just like a basic warm neutral color story. Okay, so this one has 3 shimmers, 6 mattes. This one has the little micro glitters. The rest are just regular matte shades. And I'm sure most of us makeup lovers already have these colors many times over in our collection, but I think this is a great place to start for somebody who's just getting into makeup and for teenagers especially. And I love that they're in Target now because it just makes it so accessible. Next up, let's check out the Flexitarian highlighter. So I actually already have this. I just got it. I showed it in last week's haul, so I'm not going to open this one just yet. I'm going to open this one and just show you guys what the color looks like. This is one of my favorite highlighters. I've repurchased it countless times. I love that it's a cream because it just looks really nice on dry skin, and it has a gorgeous amount of sheen to it without being glittery. So I'll just show you what this looks like swatched. It's so pretty. And it really gives quite an impact in a swatch, but if you dab it on your cheeks, for example, you just take a little bit and just kind of like dab it this way, blend it out. It's not quite as intense, but you can always layer it up too. So if you just kind of pat it into your skin, it gives more of this effect versus this. Next, let's swatch the Super Shock shadows. So this is the duo called Weekend Recap, and it has the shades Ice Dream and Moon Daisy in it. So I'm just going to show you those up close. So here's Ice Dream. It looks like kind of a white with a blue flip to it. And then Moon Daisy is a gorgeous blue. So I'm going to just swatch these. All right, so here's Ice Dream. This one's a little bit more sheer. And then Moon Daisy. And these just make really great one and done shadows if you don't want to spend a lot of time on an eyeshadow look. I like to just put one of these all across my lid and that's it, just add mascara. And then the other duo has Ladybird and Secret Garden. So here's Ladybird first. This is like an icy champagne. And then Secret Garden is like a glittery copper shade. All right, so here's Ladybird. And this one is Secret Garden. And then there are a few singles. So this is the one that I bought in store. This one's called Ripple. Ooh, I love this one. It's purple, but it has little blue like micro glitters in it that kind of give it that duochrome effect. Then we have Ritz. I actually have owned this one in the past, but it dried out a long time ago. So here's this one. It's great for just like one and done neutral eye looks. And then the last one is Obvi, and this one is bright green. That one is super pretty as well. So here are all the Super Shock shadows and then the Flexitarian highlighter at the end. Next up, they sent a duo of the Glitterly Obsessed gels. So these are just like glitter gels that you can use anywhere. So the first one is Born Wild. You can see it just kind of has like a jelly texture and some really big chunky glitter pieces. So that's that. Surprisingly though, it doesn't feel scratchy. You'd think it would, but it really doesn't. This one's called Spinner. This one actually has little tiny stars in it. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that's really cute. Okay, moving on to lip products, we have some Just the Tint duos. So there's It's Giving Pink and It's Giving Nude. I had a few of these back when they first launched, and I've since gotten rid of them because they were a few years old. But I really like the formula of these a lot. They're nice and hydrating, and they give a nice sheer wash on your lips. So let's go ahead and swatch these out. This is the Nude duo first. So this is the shade Gimme S'more, which this is one of the colors that I had before. And then this one is Cherry Pickin'. The name would actually lead you to believe it's a red, but it's more of like a rosy brown. And then in the pink duo, we have the Strand. This is another color that I used to have. This is a great Your Lips But Better. It just adds a hint of tint. And then this one's called a Go-Go, which I didn't have before, but this looks really beautiful as well. And I just want to mention these have kind of like a mango scent. It's fruity. It's actually not my favorite scent, but for me, it's not quite as bad as a floral, so I can get past it and I don't notice it that much after I wear it for a while. So that's those. Next up is a lip pencil trio called So Fire. And this one has the shades Oh Snap. This is like a dusty pink. And Shot Clock. And then Bichette. And these lip liners are really nice and creamy. Then we also have two shades of the So Glassy lip gloss. We have Fame Game and Kinda Obsessed. So this is Fame Game. And these do really have a glassy, wet look on your lips. They're really pretty. They also don't have a discernible scent, which I like. And they just have a nice cushiony feel. And here's Kinda Obsessed. So the first one didn't really have much color to it at all. It's like a clear topper, but this one is kind of like a peachy nude. And last but not least, we have some Color Sticks eyeshadow crayons. So these are in the shades Middle School, which is a metallic, and this one is Apple Pie, which also says it's metallic. So I'm just gonna put these on my hand since my arm has a lot of swatches on it right now. So here's Middle School. Ooh, this is beautiful. Look at this. It's kind of like a duochrome purple to gold flip. And then here's Apple Pie. These are actually really creamy as well. I've never tried these eyeshadow sticks before, but I'm excited to test them out. They don't feel like they're going to be dry at all. So there are those two colors. So anyway, guys, that's everything that I got from Target. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this line. And if you've tried anything, do you feel like it's regular ColourPop quality or is it different? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Hey guys, happy Thursday. I just got a box from ColourPop and this is a new collab that they're doing with Mariale. It has a palette, some Cream Luxe lipsticks, So Glassy lip gloss, graphics liner, Super Shock blushes, and some crystal face jewels. So I thought we could open all of this up and take a quick look. All right, so first let's take a look at the palette. This is called Control Alt Glam. And inside we have some really beautiful shades. You have some berry tones. You have this really gorgeous duochrome purple, a pop of turquoise, some warm tone neutrals over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this out and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the palette all swatched out. This shade really surprised me. It looked white in the pan. It's called Hologram, but it actually is a shifty shade and it has all these really beautiful multicolored glitters in it. Also, here's the other duochrome shade that I mentioned before. This is just a really pretty palette. I can't think of anything that it looks like off the top of my head. If you guys can think of something, let me know, but I feel like it's more of a unique color story and I'm definitely excited to use it. Next, let's look at the Super Shock blushes. I'm so excited to see more colors of these because these are some of my favorites. So this is the first shade. It's called Just Playin'. Ooh, this is a beautiful kind of coral red. And then the next shade's called Digital Baddie. And this is a light cool tone pink. And then the third shade is Virtual Reality. And this one's a really pretty peachy shade. Next up, we have three of their Luxe lipsticks. So first up is Digital Twin, and this one's like a nude brown. Next up is Cyber Babe, and this one is like a rosy shade. That's really beautiful. And these feel super creamy as well. I haven't tried this formula before, so I'm excited to test it out. And then this last shade is Gamer Girl, and this one's like a pale nude pink. There's also a So Glassy lip gloss, and this one is in the shade Player One. Looks like it's a gold shade. Ooh, I actually really like this. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but again, it has multicolored shimmers in it. It's not just straight gold, and I think this would make an amazing lip topper. And also, I think it would look really pretty on its own too. Also in the collection are these little face jewels, which I normally don't use, but just wanted to mention those. And then last are the graphics liners. There's three different shades, so let's open these up and take a look. All right, so here's the packaging on those. All right, so the first shade is Tech Girl, which is a deep purple. Sorry, that one was actually Utopia. This one is Tech Girl. Had them mixed up. So this one's a really pale pink. And then the last one's Next Level, and that one is a bright, like electric blue shade. So anyway, guys, that's the whole collection. I'm really excited about the Super Shock blushes and also the palette. I think this palette is beautiful. I also like the look of these lipsticks, and they feel like they're going to be really creamy. So I'll definitely let you guys know at the end of the video my thoughts on these if I do a look with it this week. But I'd love to hear your take on this collection as well. Hey guys, it's Friday and I just got this kit in the mail from Versed, so I wanted to share it with you guys. This is going to be at Target and it's a holiday kit with their Weekend Glow Daily Brightening Moisturizer and the Weekend Glow Daily Brightening Solution. And then it also comes with some reusable cotton pads. And this is $30, but it's a $48 value. So it's a 30% off savings. It says that it's actually available now at Target. I do own both of these products already, so I'm not going to open this up just yet, but I can tell you Weekend Glow is one of my favorite toners. It's an exfoliating toner, but it's not really harsh, so even my more sensitive skin can definitely tolerate it really well. And it just gets rid of all those flakes that I always have sitting on top of my dry skin. The Weekend Glow Daily Brightening Moisturizer is also supposed to be a brightening formula, and even though it's lightweight, it's still a really hydrating moisturizer. I do like something a little bit thicker and richer at night, but this is a great daytime formula. So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys really quick. If you're a fan of Versed and you've been wanting to try these products, this is a great way to do it because it's 30% off. And Versed is just one of those brands that gives you really, really good ingredients at an affordable price, which I love. So I just wanted to mention this quickly. Okay guys, so let's go over everything that I tried this week, and we'll start with the Moira products. So when it comes to the little shadow pots, I really enjoy these a lot. These are fantastic. I wore one of them in my last video where I talked about the upcoming Black Friday sales, and I got so many requests in the comments asking what shadow I was wearing, and it was the shade OMG from this line, which was kind of like a greenish yellow. It was super beautiful. That shade in particular is a little bit sheerer than some of the other colors, and I found that these can definitely vary in sheerness. I think you can tell by looking at the swatches that I did in the beginning of the video which ones have a little bit more pigment to them. And when I tried to apply that one first with my finger, I felt like it went on a little bit sheer. And because I was filming a video, I really wanted my eyes to pop. So I put the NYX glitter glue under it, and that really brought it to life. This is super sticky. So with a looser packed shadow like this, I feel like this is a really good addition to it because it helped, you know, the shadow not to go everywhere and to spill underneath my eyes. Not that I had a huge problem with that, but some of these are a little bit more loose than others, and some have a little bit more glitter than others, so it really just depends on the shade. But if you have a sticky primer like this, I think it could come in handy with some of these colors. Otherwise, I think they're amazing. I think they're a great dupe for the Hourglass Scattered Light shadows. They're very, very similar to those. Also, when it came to the eyeshadow crayons, these were not my favorite. I hate saying that because I love Moira and I usually have great luck with all of their products, but these were a little bit dry. So when I went to apply them to my eyes, I generally like to apply a shadow stick right from the tube, and then I go in with a brush and kind of blend it out a little bit. And these were so dry that really a brush wasn't going to blend them much. And they just kind of gripped to my skin right away and just stayed put. So I do prefer a formula that doesn't set down right away, that I can work with, that I can blend away the harsh edges a little bit, especially in my crease, and then they set down and stay. I mean, I have to admit it did have great staying power, but I just wish I could have worked with the shade a little bit more. I tried both a matte version and the shimmery version, and I felt like they were both kind of similar. So if anything, I'll probably just use these more as a primer or a base for other shadows to go on top of. The white shades in particular will really help shadows to pop a little bit more. And there was one shade that's very close to my skin tone that I could always just use to even out my eyelid area. So those were the shadow sticks. And then when it came to these glitter liners, I did try one just for fun one day when I was home, and it was a really cute effect. I liked it, but these are so hard to remove. Oh my gosh. I tried to wash it away and I still had glitter all over me even after washing my face. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to bed and I'll wake up in the morning and deal with it. In the morning, I still had tons of glitter on my face, so I washed my face again. And even later that day, I still was noticing little glitter particles here and there and like kind of in between my lashes. So I just feel like these are a little bit tricky to remove. And it's not something that I personally would want to deal with on a semi-regular basis. So it would be a very once in a while special occasion kind of thing. And I'm not knocking these specific glitter liners. I think in general, they probably all are the same way. I really didn't find any fault with the formula. It drew on really nicely. It stayed put on my eyes. I mean, everything about the whole process was perfect. It was just the removal that was difficult. So if you don't like something that's difficult to remove, or you're not going to like having glitter all over your face for a couple days, then probably don't try these. But I think they're a really fun idea for holiday parties coming up or going out or whatever. So those were the Moira products. I'd say my favorite, definitely these shadow pots. These are awesome. Then when it comes to the Milani kits, I'm actually wearing this Milani palette, the rosy toned one, on my eyes today. And it applied a little better than I thought it was going to. I haven't tried Milani shadows in a while, so I first put down my Sigma eyeshadow primer, which is in like a stick form. It kind of looks similar to these, but it's the Sigma one, and it's in the shade Ignite, which is very similar to my skin tone. So I put that down first, blended it out, then I used this pink shade right here, the matte, in my crease, and it really showed up well. I was surprised. I think it gripped to the primer very nicely. And then I actually used this deep purple shade right here, which technically is a shimmer shade, but it's not overly sparkly. It's kind of a satin. So I used that on the outer corner just to kind of deepen things up. And that one was kind of blending away a little bit, and it faded, and I felt like it wasn't as deep as it looks in the pan. So then I started feeling like, okay, this is the issue that I have with Milani shadows. But then again, NYX glitter glue to the rescue. I put this all over my lid, and then I kind of packed this purple shade in the outer corner on top of the glitter glue. Because it's a shimmer shade and not a matte, it didn't get all funky. Like, I feel like this is probably best suited for shimmer shades. So I just packed it on, and it really like showed up very vibrantly and just like the color in the pan. And then I initially had used the NYX glitter glue because this gold shade is very glittery, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't have a ton of fallout. And even with the glitter glue, I still have gold shimmer right here and right here. I kind of tried to cover it up with my foundation. So I don't know if the glitters are showing up on camera necessarily, but even with glitter glue, this was a mess. So I just wanted to mention that none of the other shades have any fallout. It's literally just that gold shade, but I really wanted to try it because it looked super pretty. So just something to keep in mind. I also used the deeper bronze color of the Soft Focus Glow all over my face. And like I said when I was swatching it, it really isn't that deep. It just added a little bit of warmth to my skin, a little bit of glow. So I really do like that. And then moving on to all of this ColourPop stuff that I talked about this week, I didn't get a chance to try out the Mariale palette, but I really want to. It looks super pretty, particularly this duochrome shade up here and this one right here. So I'm gonna have to do a look with this at some point. I am wearing one of the blushes though. I'm wearing the shade Digital Baddie. This was the pink one, and I'm so excited to have new shades of the Super Shock blushes because those are some of my favorites. Also from the Target collection, I'm wearing the Just a Tint lip balm in the shade Cherry Pickin'. So this is the one that is a little bit deceiving because you think it's going to be like a red, but it's actually not. It's a little deeper than my normal lip color, but I do love these lip crayons. They're not the most long-lasting lip product because they're very emollient, like a balm, so they're going to wear off during the day and you have to reapply them. But I think these sticks are just really easy to apply. I like that they have the point because you can kind of line your lips with it first and then fill it in with the side. As far as the palettes go, I haven't had a chance to try these out yet, but I mean, we all kind of know ColourPop's formula. Most of us have tried it by now, so I'm assuming these are going to be the same as ColourPop's other palettes. Same thing when it comes to the Super Shock shadows. I know this formula well and I really love it. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, these are great one and done shadows and I use them for that purpose all the time. Most days I'm not doing a full beat. I usually just apply a tinted moisturizer with my fingers, pop a single shadow across my lid, put some mascara on, some blush, and maybe lip balm, and I'm done. So these are kind of like the ultimate easy makeup product. And then when it comes to the Oden's eye palettes, I am very sad to say that you guys told me on Instagram when I posted some pictures of these when they came in that they were a limited edition, they're sold out, and they're not coming back. So I feel really bad now that I showed them in the video and they're not available for purchase. I hate when that happens, especially when I'm really excited about something. I want you guys to be able to go out and purchase it then. So that really stinks. I don't know if maybe you can find these on Mercari or Poshmark or one of those sites. Somebody might be selling them. It's worth a try. But I did see on their Instagram that they're going to be launching another collection, I think in December before the holidays. So keep an eye out for that one because their palettes are always really gorgeous. So I think that's all I have for today. So I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think of all the products I shared in this week's video? Part of the fun of these videos for me is just chatting with you guys down in the comments and hearing what you all have to say. Also, just a reminder, Black Friday is coming up. I have 2 videos detailing all of the beauty sales that are going on. So I will post those videos right here. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys. Bye.